Welcome back to Etc. Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark. How you doing today, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic.
Nice.
Despite the Eagles getting their backs blown out by the Giants and they pulled everybody out, Dallas is going to win the division. It's okay. I'm not crying. I wore this in honor of them, and they decided to poop on my heart. Besides that, we could just move on. Welcome back to another episode. We missed you guys. Missed you, Mark.
Missed you too.
What's new? What's new with you? What did I miss? Anything at all? If now we can get right into this discussion today.
Let me think.
Too late.
Nothing extraordinary, really. Just day-to-day life, getting through it. That's always something new. But yeah, I was trying to tell you a little bit earlier before we started this.
Yeah.
About old people.
What about them?
I love them, but sometimes they do some odd things, and when they do odd things, it makes me wonder, like, will I be doing these things when I get older? But I was telling you on my job, I get a lot of older people there, and of course, because like young people rarely come in here because phones exist, so it starts to make me wonder.
Yeah.
But like older people will come to my job, and specifically, I guess I've seen it with like older men. They'll like come to my window.
Yeah, well, ladies don't do this, but continue.
Yeah, they like come to my window, they give me what they want to do, and I'm like, all right, cool. And while I'm doing it, they're just like kind of just there, like roaming through their wallet or whatever, and they're just like kind of like grunting a little. And it's kind of odd because I don't know why, but it's just I think it's a normal thing, and I also don't think they know they're doing it, which is kind of like something I hope I don't have that because I really want to make sure I know I'm doing these things. But yeah, they're just going around and they're just like. I'm just sitting there like, is he good? Like, do I say like, hey, you okay? Need some water? And they're just going. And I'm just like...
Mark's just like, yeah, sir, give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you. Check. I'll catch it out for you, and then I'll have everything all set up so you can be on your way. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Nah. It's like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
You know how you ever like get ready to hop on a phone call or something, you're about to talk to me, like let me clear my throat or something before I talk. They're doing that for their next sentence. Yeah. They're like, all right, he's gonna ask me something after this, so I gotta make sure I'm clear.
Yeah, and that's like it's happened to me at least like 2 or 3 times now, and I'm just like, why? Why do y'all keep doing this? And like, does anybody tell you that you're doing this?
Nah, they're just old, bro.
Yeah,
but it's either one of two things: either like lack of social awareness because like you're so old that you don't realize you're doing it, or B, they're so old that they don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's both.
Sometimes
they just be farting and shit, and they don't even realize be farting.
Yeah, it's like the things that I don't care about. I would rather it be things that like don't really disturb peace, but also like doesn't make me also like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think that's the one thing I'm trying to make sure I'm not when I'm older. Like. I don't, I won't care for certain things. Like, I don't care how I dress. I don't care how I look in a sense. Like, of course, I'm going to try to look good, but it's like, I'm not going to care for the most part. But I don't want to do stuff where it's just like, okay, I'm in front of some people in the car and I'm purposely driving slow and I know I can drive fast. Like, that's just going to, I'm like, yeah, I know y'all kind of hate me right now. So I'm like, let me not be that type of old person. But,
yeah. But I mean, I guess that's also like, also just being old and not realizing either, or they just be genuinely scared. Like it's like I can't be going like fast like that anymore because if something happened, it might be my last car ride.
Hey, bro, it was an exciting ride,
They trying to stick around a little bit longer sometimes for their grandkids and whatnot. But yeah, it is true though. Like it is mostly an old man thing because like you never unless they're like smokers. I feel like old women that like been smoking for a long time, but like really really old, they make like a little clear the throat noises. But never to like the extent that like men do, where they're just like,
nah. Like, where is this coming from? Why are you all of a sudden just clearing your throat so much? Like, is this just like a normal thing? But I also noticed that like, besides older people too, just like, I feel like this has always been a thing, but it's not something that people notice until COVID. But there's just so many just like nasty people out there, you know what I mean? Like
not clean.
Yeah, in a sense, like some people would just cough straight up without covering their mouth. And right now we have like a plastic kind of like protection thing, and that was there mainly for COVID, but we kept it up. And I remember at one point they kind of asked like if we want to take it down, and I was like, no, I want to keep this up. Not only for that, some of these people be acting wild, bro. In the window. Some like they'll be kind of almost feeling like they want to reach over to like this close to where I'm at, and I'm like, you gotta relax because the distance is probably the same as me to you, right? Now.
Except there's a divider.
Yeah, probably a little bit closer. So you'll probably be like here if anything, and there's just like a to the table right there, and they be trying to like literally be like here with me, here with me, trying to like interact, and I'm just like, bro, I don't need you this close. Exactly. Like I don't need you this close. And like again, the plastic thing has a thing under so you could put your like basically you can hand me stuff. And some people be like I said, the reason why I say that is because some people really be trying to put their stuff there and they be like this, like all the way here trying to give me their stuff. And I'm like, bro, you can just put it right there.
I'll grab it.
Yeah. Like they're like, and then when they do that, sometimes their hand or what they're wearing a jacket, it gets caught and it pulls the like plastic back.
Oh, it's like buttons and shit.
No, it's just like the plastic, just like they kind of pull it back. Yeah, we use that buttons, yeah. And like you'll hear it's like all this noise that kind of comes from it, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I'm like, well, I mean, if you just would have relaxed, like don't worry. But I always be looking. I'm just like, you're doing too much right now. Like you gotta stop. Like you're doing way too much. But that just came again. Like I was saying, people are just nice. Like some people, I feel like they just like come through my job and they're just like, like with no covering their mouth. I'm just like, bro, like.
You know what it is? I don't know when it happened, but I feel like our generation in school, they put a big, even before COVID, it was like, oh, like use your elbow to like sneeze in. I don't think they had that when they was young in school. They didn't believe in diseases. Yeah. They were just like, you just being a bitch. Like that. Like that's genuine. That was the answer for everything.
Oh, you scared of germs?
Yeah.
You scared of germs or something? Like
the answer for everything before, like pre-2000, and even sometimes depending where you were at post-2000 was like either you being a bitch or you being gay, and those were the only answers for everything. Unless you were like bleeding and visibly seeing that you were hurt, it was either being a bitch,
nah, man,
or attributed to being homosexual.
Why you complaining?
Yeah,
bro?
like
come on, bro, just hold that joint. You gonna put some alcohol in that joint, you good. Bro, what are we in the war?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, you don't need real alcohol. Just put like some tequila on there. You
Come
good.
on, bro. We got some Hennessy, bro.
Yeah, pour that shit on there. You good. Walk it off.
Stop. I mean, like, stop. I'd rather die.
Band-Aid. You gay?
It's like, come on, stop. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, it just gets me upset because I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I've never noticed it so much until I've noticed being at every single job I had, there's always something where I notice something a little bit more interesting or odd about our society.
Just the world. Like,
I'm like, how are we like this?
A lot of stuff you'd be like, oh, like these people only exist in stories. Like it's never like experience it face to face until you have to talk to different people all day, and you can't walk away because you get paid to talk to these people.
Exactly. Yeah. Some people just start telling me their stories. I didn't ask a single question.
Yeah,
they're just like, oh yeah, I wanted to put this in here because my daughter. Oh, let me tell you,
she's such a slut.
I'm like, okay, and then I got to throw in the little just subtle. I'm like, okay, so. Checking or savings.
Trying to progress, yeah. But it's always like the most oversharing, like draw story that you would have to only tell like close family members. But like, my daughter's like, had to take her to the clinic for the 3rd time this month. It's like, yo, chill. Like,
yeah, like what happened? And then I'm like, do I ask what happened or do I just let it rock? And then if I'm asking even that, they're just like, so I shouldn't be telling you this,
bro. Jesus.
I'm like, I mean,
meanwhile, the daughter's right behind her.
She's just there, like. But society is just very interesting here. I mean, again, maybe it's just Philly, maybe it's just the area in Philly, but bro, it's been happening.
I feel like it's a mixture of both because it's like there's still other places like Florida, for example, like they got their own shit too.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's like just different, in a sense where maybe Florida has their certain specific type of people in there that obviously do the most weirdest stuff. Like they probably go in there and just be doing backflips. But low key, I feel like that's New York. Honestly, I feel like that's probably New York. You walk somewhere,
you're on a subway, somebody doing WWE flips.
Exactly.
You're just trying to get to your next stop.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to go home. Like, and meanwhile, this person's over here.
Like, let's go. Passing a basket in your mid.
Right?
Come on, man. You got some. I see you look like you got money, man.
Come on.
Meanwhile, you just left your $7.25 an hour job. You worked a 16-hour shift.
Bro, I'm telling you, if I'm like that, I'm probably just going to stare at him in his face. And we're just going to have a staring contest. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not putting anything in there. So either you walk away.
He's like, come on, big man.
I'm just...
Maybe next time, man. How about you, young lady?
Still straight face, just like.
Meanwhile, his homie just like.
Yeah.
in your mid.
I'm like, bro, get away.
That's funny.
Yeah, society.
Yeah.
That's about it though.
You sound like Bernie Mac. Come on, America. No, but yeah, like with fucking Florida though, because I was trying to like use it as a transition with the fucking alien thing. I don't know if you saw.
Oh yeah, I did see about that.
You saw the tall, gray, lanky people with apparently no hands and no feet walking around the Miami Mall. Aliens.
But this is my thing, right?
What's your thing, Mark?
To me, I feel like I can't really want to believe it because why is there like only one source of footage? Like why?
They was making people delete footage. There was like 100 cop cars, but there was a lot of fucking cop cars.
There was, and I
like,
heard it was like one of the most like called in like,
ever. And they said it was because a bunch of like high school kids started fighting or something.
But I'm like,
that is not 100 cop car drive. I'm not by any means. I am not the tinfoil hat guy who's like, yo, like they try like the government, man. That's not me. But why did they need that many cops for that?
Yeah, unless somebody called in something that like.
Unless this is like a Joker and Bane level threat, why you need 100 cop cars?
Bro, it was the son of Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao. They were like, bro, they
had a child, like a child together in a lab made.
Yeah, and they're just like, yo, bro, we cannot let people get this fight for free.
Yeah, but like,
got to make something.
Like there's nothing that I could think of that ever required that many.
And that's why
cop
it's
cars
like,
lined up like that in a small proximity. Because you think about like New Year's. There's cop cars, but it didn't look like that. They just had a bunch of people patrolling and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw there's like for blocks, like they blocked out a lot of ways for anybody to get anything. Yeah. Obviously, people still lived in like high rises, so they were able to see it better. So they got that one footage that looks like it was shot on a Chuck E. Cheese camera. But it just seems like always to be the case with.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just
with these type of alien videos,
because like that's what makes me want to believe it. Because I'm like, bro, why is there so many cop cars? And if it wasn't anything serious, I feel like for the most part, it'd be something where they're just like, all right, cool, we'll just clear some people out.
Yeah,
like maybe like 5 or so here, 8. You know.
For example, in Philadelphia Mills, we had a shooting in the cafeteria of the mall, and it did not have that response.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a fight with high schoolers. Gang members were shooting in the mall in front of the McDonald's, and this shit popping yo Asian bull, and they didn't care that much.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's not the same, like it just makes me think like, okay, it had to be something like.
That's what I'm saying. Something you don't want to know about, because even then, if you bring that many cop cars to stop some high schoolers that was fighting in a mall, somebody got to get arrested.
Yeah,
they don't got no mugshots of one of these young bulls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, who are these high schoolers?
That's what I'm saying.
Because we started throwing out like pictures of anybody for somebody who like jaywalked.
Yeah.
But somehow this fight that somehow caused a bunch of cops to show up at once, we don't get nothing. So yeah, it's a little interesting.
It can make sense, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. One, the government already said aliens are real. They did that. That's out. The cat's out the bag. Yeah. They said they had contact with aliens, and they had alien-like objects or whatever the fuck they said, something like that. So they confirmed that there's something out there.
Something out there.
So why are we acting like it's not out there now?
Hey, bro.
Were y'all lying then, or are y'all lying now?
Hey, they've been lying. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
They thought, right? They were like, okay, we're gonna reveal it. They were like, all right, we didn't get the attraction we wanted. So let's just kind of like, let's go for another time. All right, Florida comes around. They're like, look, bro, we got these 2 high schoolers. Let's just say there's an alien there.
Yeah.
GTA, Florida show that's in Florida now.
Let's bring Victor Wembanyama's in Miami. Exactly. Let's let him walk around the parking lot for a little bit and say it's an alien.
Get some traction. This is definitely all for the new GTA promo. Yeah. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. We got aliens before GTA 6. This is wild.
Hey, bro, it's going to happen, Yo, if they add that in that game, bro.
That's perfect promo, bro.
Hands down, probably one of the best games ever to be created. If that was to happen.
It's like I was saying, like, and then it's just the quality too. Like, why ain't nobody got one good footage?
That's what I'm saying. If I was one of those people out there, right? If I was one of those people, like, you really gotta like probably take my phone from me to really be like, okay, I'm gonna delete your what you have, because there's no way I'm giving my phone to just some cop for no reason, bro.
I want you to say, we're both going to agree on this now. If we ever come across alien footage, right, we're going to record it, make sure it's super clear, no thumbs on the camera.
Bro, I'm putting
and
that,
as soon as you do it, put it on Google Drive, Snapchat memories,
everything.
everything. So they got to dig before they get that shit. By then, somebody's going to grab it for you. And then send it in family group chats, all of that.
I'm sending it to everybody on my phone.
Yeah, bro, immediately.
I'm like doing that, bro. I'm putting that, before I even record, I'm putting that joint on 4K, putting flash on, everything possible.
I'm bringing a ring light out.
Exactly. I'm putting a microphone attachment.
Throw a couple.
Someone bring a boom mic.
Say a couple like alien lines, see if it answers back to
right?
you.
You know, I'm like, all right, say that again. Okay, one more time.
Yeah.
All right, look right here. Wherever your eye is at.
Striking.
Wherever your eye is looking. Are you looking at me? Okay. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Because there's no way I'm going to let an opportunity like that happen. I feel like I record the most randomest stuff all the time. So there's no way I'm not recording that and keeping something like that looks good. So,
like I said in the group chat, it's like it seems like everybody that catches these alien sightings is the person that like always sees school fights and they film it and they film it on the CRT like security camera footage, which is like super blurry.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
He got
snaps.
He just teleported.
Dang, it's over. and then that's when you show me, like, bro, what?
Make no type of sense, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
So remember, if it ever comes. Now, if that happens and it still ends up something happens to the footage, then every other person who had this problem in the past, I forgive you.
My bad.
But until then, we're going to Miami. We're doing a stakeout until aliens pop out. It said it was multiple.
See now that makes me even think again. Like,
and
how?
And then somebody said that they shot at it, but it didn't care.
That's how you shot,
like with a gun.
I thought you shot.
Oh no!
They took a shot on camera.
Like pew pew. Like somebody said, like the cops fired shots, but that it didn't react to it. They didn't care, and it like supposedly it was
like it got shot.
No, like I guess they shot in his direction, but like it was unfazed.
Bro, we're done.
Yeah.
He saw that. He's like, bro, this is weak.
And supposedly, like, even despite all that it didn't, like, it was never, like, it never gave off aggression or anything. Like, it was just, like, confused, like, just walking around.
Bro, that thing is like, we come in peace. That's basically what he was trying to say. And he's like, if you shoot me, it's a wrap. Just know, my ship is waiting right there, bro.
It was just deflecting the whole time.
He said, this man has a force field around him, bro.
But that's when it gets kind of dumb to me because, all right, now you're taking it too far. It was like, y'all shot shots and nobody else was talking about it, reporting it. Like, that's when you, like, when people go too far with it, that's when you start to lose, like, people that don't believe in it, when you try to, like, overdo it.
Yeah.
Because, and then where did it go?
The government, bro. The government. No. So this is what I'm saying, too, because I start going back to all the days back then where you see on TV like National History Channel or something like that or whatever, Discovery. Geographic, you know, and they'll be like, oh yeah, this couple out in Alabama saw something in their field. And then like you literally see the smallest little faint black speck out in the sky and it was at nighttime and you're like, bro, I don't think I need to believe that.
Right.
So it's just like, again, one of those things where it's like, how can I believe that and then believe this? But then the attraction it got, it's like, how am I not to believe it?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Who knows, bro? I don't get what the purpose of it all is. If it is young bulls, then why they get that crazy? Like, it just doesn't, something's not right. Even if it's not aliens, it definitely wasn't these young bulls. Like, that's my thing. So what was it? And why in the video, like, first when Quinn sent it, I was like, oh, like, what are they? I didn't even see the thing that was actually the alien. I thought it was a little dot. And it wasn't a dot. And then I saw that all that light on it. It was this lanky ass fucking thing. Like one of the wavy inflatable arm men that you see at like car salesman garages. So I didn't fucking get it. But who knows? This is just getting weird as shit out here. Then you got the fucking, it's like, is it real? Is it distractions? Because they got a lot of shit coming out at once this year.
Yeah.
Like we only like what? Today is the 7th. It's only like 1 week into this year. We got Cat Williams doing a 3-hour interview, uncovering every fucking thing under the sun. Fucking, he said Bernie Mac the GOAT. Fuck Ludacris and his wife. Fucking Chris Tucker on Epstein Island. Fucking Ricky Smiley, who I've never really been. He had the radio show in Philly, and it was always very strange to me.
Confused. Brought up. I mean, you made good points though because
Cedric the Entertainer. He said, "Fuck that guy."
Yeah, because then Ice Cube came out with a response, and that's funny because I didn't watch the full video the first time. I only watched a little bit, like halfway. But then I saw it again on my feed on Twitter, and somebody responded. They'd be like, "Look, I'm gonna save y'all 9 minutes because that John was 9 minutes." It was like everything he says in the video, he's basically saying Cat Williams was telling the truth.
Ice Cube's video.
Yeah, he was telling the truth basically, like on everything. It was just probably small little things, you know, like it wasn't per se that or that, but he was just saying like, everything
just about
true, you know.
Yeah, because there was like a lot of people coming at Ice Cube at the time because they weren't paying enough. But like this man was doing it. Like Friday was an independent project that was being done out of his pocket.
Yeah.
So like, what'd you expect? Like,
can't get paid that much.
Yeah.
You know? He has to wait until he gets basically everything after.
It's more like a legacy thing, if anything, because people remember. Like, there's a lot of movies out there where it's like, it's the first one, and then obviously you had Friday After Next and next, like all those films that came after the fact, and then any opportunities you got after the series was done. So. Supposedly he said he's trying to write another one, but they're like a lot of the cast has passed away, so it's like, what can you do there?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like if anything, they could just make one surrounded on the fact that John Witherspoon died. Like, he's like Pops is dead, so it's like a funeral and stuff around it, and then just make it funny in that way.
Yeah, true.
Because that's the best way to like, you could still use him, but not have him in it. Because you can have his photo at his funeral, you can go like flashbacks, and you could do different shit like that. So you
put his son in it, you know.
Look, I already after the Boondocks, I'm done with because they tried to get him in there and then they tried to fuck up the Boondocks, and now the Boondocks not even coming back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's how I think of it though. What was I about to say?
I'll come on record and say that for a long time, since I was a child, I've been a Cat Williams ride or die since I was a kid. Him and Dave Chappelle, but Cat Williams is my GOAT. So anything you gotta say about him, go through me. And Mark can attest to this.
That's true.
I've been a Cat Williams day one. I got his DVDs in my room as we speak.
Yeah, Cat Williams is definitely good. I like sometimes when I hear the things he said, like I try to be open minded. You know, I don't want to just be like, okay, I'm gonna just straight just whatever he says goes. But I mean, the way he was speaking about it, again, like the way he was kind of like defending himself, he was just like, why do I have a reason to come on the show and lie?
Yeah.
He's already feel like he's seen people come on here and lie about the stuff he did. It's just
so he's just coming in to clear up the
just kind of
was just talking out his name.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I believe it. But it was just crazy because I was watching it. I didn't even watch the whole video. I haven't watched the whole video. I wanted to, but
it's gonna take some time. That joint was like 3 hours damn near.
But when I did watch the 15 minutes that I did, in that 15 minutes, my man was going off. And I was like, yo, he needs to relax. Just like, he was like, yo, you have anything? He was like, yo, you have more to drink than me. He's like, I ain't even had nothing yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
He does have a way of saying things that's like, I think it's almost done on purpose. Because he's very smart and very good with his words. And like, he's been doing comedy forever. So he has a way of wording things that's funny and also like have some truth to it. But he does speak in a way where it's like, what are you getting at? And he almost, I guess, to not give away too much, he has to talk that way. But still, like sometimes when he says it, it's like, what do you mean? Like even as me, where I'm like, you sound like you full of shit, but also like you dropping a lot of facts. And if it were untrue, people will come out and say it's untrue. But it's a lot of stuff that's like on paper and documented.
Yeah. And he said that same thing too, basically saying like, oh, I think he probably said something around there where he's just like, oh yeah, and if it's not true, they would say something or something like that. But like, you don't ever hear anything, you know? So if you don't hear anything and they're not saying anything, then what does that tell you? You know, like most likely it's true.
Ludacris did say something though.
He
wrote a whole rap.
Wrote a whole rap within less than 24 hours. And I ain't gonna lie, that John's kind of fire.
But what's funny though, somebody mentioned is that, so Cat Williams was basically saying how, or he used Ludacris as an example of people that essentially, without saying it's like, did a deal with Hollywood or did like some Illuminati type shit, sell out type of thing where either not necessarily maybe Illuminati, I don't know. He speaks very vaguely to not, I guess, put a target on his back or whatever you want to call it. But he said that, you know, a lot of people in Hollywood will sign deals and sabotage others' careers in order to help themselves. So Ludacris, you know, in his Cat Williams basically saying that he signed like a $100 million or $200 million deal or whatever it may have been to do 10 Fast and Furious movies, and it just calls into this whole thing. Ludacris made his whole damn freestyle, and he addressed the fact that he didn't join the Illuminati, and one other thing that I'm forgetting, but the only thing
something about the Fast and Furious, I feel like probably
and how he earned his earned his
it was
way.
Something about the Fast and Furious. I just couldn't remember. He basically said like all the projects or something was like
it was him.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was like his thing or something like that. And I was just like, oh, okay.
And the only thing that he didn't defend in that whole rap was Cat Williams saying that his wife was ugly. He never addressed it. He said he looked good for his age. Never said anything about his wife. So Cat Williams was talking his shit. I agree with 75% of it. I don't know. The other stuff was kind of up in the air and not too sure because I wasn't there. But Shannon Sharp was just sitting there the whole time. It was no longer his show. He was like, oh, nobody gonna want to be on here, bro. This is his biggest episode in like not even a week.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like pushing 30 million views. I don't know what his other stuff was doing, but I know it was
That's
not
what
a
I'm
million.
saying. I'm just thinking, I'm like, what could it other stuff kind of be about? Who did he have? And
it probably have been in like 6 figures, maybe one that hit like in the millions, but I don't know about 30 million. So Cat knew what he was doing. It seemed like, and he's on tour. He coming to Atlantic City next month. So like I might just pull up and be like, yo, bro. My guy.
Something's gonna pop off there.
My guy, man. I gotta see you because I don't know how many tours he got left on him. He's done like almost 20 fucking tours at this point. Gotta see him at least for the one time.
I would show up there too.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe this is another added distraction. Maybe he's a part of it low key. He acting like he against it, but he's a part of the distractions because we got the Epstein list coming out. We got Chris Tuck on there. We got Stephen Hawking. We got Naomi
Chris
Campbell.
Tucker,
and they said they got 3 people they wasn't going to put out there. And that's another distraction because meanwhile, while all this is happening, we still got people fighting in the 2 other nations that I'm not going to say so this video won't get censored, but it rhymes with Palestine and Misrael.
Those, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know what those places are. So
Exactly, man. So, yeah, it's all one big plan. I don't know why I got the Trump hands going on.
It's all going on. Hold up.
Sleepy Joe.
Just let me say a few words. Yeah, I mean.
But who knows what the bigger plan is? We got, what?
I was going to say, so we got
aliens.
We got aliens. We got battles in different countries. We got Cat Williams
exposing Hollywood. We got Jonathan, what's his name? Majors. He doing an interview like he R. Kelly with NBC? No, ABC.
I think it's ABC.
ABC.
He was like, yeah, man, it's
really hard.
It's really hard.
He's a freaking actor, so it's like, how much can you believe?
True.
And also what's fucked up is that Disney owns Marvel, and Disney Marvel fired Jonathan Majors. It's a conspiracy. I'm worked up. There's a lot going on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Disney, who owns Marvel, fired Jonathan Majors, right? And Disney also owns ABC. So they fired Jonathan Majors from Marvel, but they giving him an interview about his firing on ABC so they can milk the shit out of the whole situation. I was very emotional about this. But no, I don't know what the fuck happened there either because I would have sworn he was cool, but this is why you don't date
That's what I thought.
white women. What?
What?
What? Where can they find you more?
You find me Instagram, etc Marky Mark, Twitter at Marky Mark, Victor, where can they find you and etc.
I was just joking, guys. Date who you want. Y'all can find me everywhere at etc Victor. Set ourselves at real etc. We post more on Instagram and Facebook, even though this shit fucking sucks for posting in general. We posting a lot on TikTok though, and the YouTube shorts happening as usual. We on our way to 2,000 subs, which is a lot of fun. We killing it. We crushing. We got the FaceTimes out. We got some collabs in the work, so we gonna see how that happen. Appreciate all the love. We'll see you guys next week. Be happy. Be free. Free Palestine. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I said it.
We're censored. Victor meant to say he just be careful when you get to those type of women.